Hi everybody, welcome to week 4 of Action English. Um, yeah, it's already going to be a month soon. Today we're going to be looking at Unit 2, Who's That? Which starts on page 17 of your startup textbook. So we're going to be looking at some conversation and speaking skills that describe someone's personality, okay, what kind of person they are, not their appearance, but what qualities they have as I don't know, as a person. Like, are they happy or sad, friendly or funny, whatever. Describe someone's appearance. That is also part of this unit, but a different set of adjectives we'd be using. We're going to be talking about skills and abilities and showing interest in conversation. For our listening, we will be listening to a podcast again about a TV show, so we can imagine what people talk about, maybe preview the conversation in our heads. Vocabulary includes family relationships, adjectives that describe personality and appearance, and also adjectives that might help you describe skills and abilities. Grammar will be a lot of question words again: who, what, where, when, why, how. We'll be using can for ability, the verb can, and we'll be looking at the difference between be and have using descriptives. So we will be doing some pronunciation exercises as well, and listening closely for words such as can and can't and the difference therein. We'll be reading about a family business to find the topics. The writing section I'll talk about again, as well as the media project. We'll probably skip. But let's get into it very quickly. I just want to gloss over what we should already know. Um, our books should all be acquired, very much so, acquired and registered for your online. Your audio tracks should be downloaded for your listening practice. I'm sure most of you have already self-studied Unit 1, I'm hoping, so that you don't fall behind. The Zoom meeting is going to be coming up this week, and we're going to review Unit 1 because the deadline will have been passed, so there won't be any extra points for those of you who missed the deadline. But you can still take a look at your answers compared to my answers and the textbook answers and the examples therein, and you can either write down some extra points for yourself. Extra points, what I mean is extra notes of the textbook examples. You don't have to erase your answers. You just can take some further notes if you'd like, and we'll have time for maybe a little bit of dialogue practice in our Zoom class. Same time, same place, and I will keep the Zoom link on the wall, so all you have to do is scroll down and find it again. It'll be the same meeting place, meeting time, okay? We will be doing Unit 2 as our next assignment, so we'll be keeping up with the book, and I will give you, I will give you as much time as we can, so possibly 6 or 7 days. Actually, today the university internet is down, so I'll be posting this. Usually I would have this posted Monday morning, or I think Action English starts at the first class is 1 p.m., but I'm waiting for the internet so that I can post it. There's a DNS problem with the server. but I will put this up as soon as possible. If it is an ongoing problem for the day, I'll just give you the extra day for the assignment. Don't worry. I'll give you as much time as I normally do. Remember, please do not submit. If you are late, do not submit by email. I won't grade emails for assignments. I've had a few problems with this already, and a few examples I've already this term. Try to finish early. Okay, 10:45, for example, is not early. 15 minutes before the deadline. Try to finish, if it's a Monday morning deadline, try to finish Sunday night. If there's any technical issues, you'll have time to resolve them, and you will have time to contact me in the morning or something like that. But do not submit at 10:45 or 10:50 and expect everything to run perfectly every time. If the clock runs out, it means you're late, and you will lose points. End of story. We're all adults here, okay? You don't, spend 4 years in university training for a perfect job and then go to the job interview 2 minutes before your assigned interview time. Alright? That's just silly. Think of it this way. If you're thinking about what's on time, there's early and there's late. Okay? Try to do something, finish it early, because if you're submitting it with 10 minutes to go, that means you're probably not prepared, it's probably not your best work, and it's probably been put together, well, it seems like 90% of the time, those really last-minute submissions are not the best submissions and not the best work from the students. And it's probably something that's been low on their priority list, and perhaps they've waited too long to finish. So if it's a Monday deadline, try to finish on Sunday. Okay? I'm still not going to grade you early because I don't want students sharing their answers, what are correct and incorrect answers with their friends, but I will recognize that it's been finished. Okay, and it's been completed. I won't give you any feedback unless I don't have time to grade one by one assignments, but at least you'll know, okay, because you can check your assignment before and after, make sure that everything is showing up okay, your pictures are not upside down, that kind of stuff. Right, so just try to finish early, because you won't have, in 10 minutes, you won't be able to resubmit a better product, okay? Put it in on Friday if you've finished over the week. You've got 7 days. Please be careful with your assignments, okay? Because when the clock runs out, it's a 0. You can reach me by email, but do not submit your assignments there. Edmodo, the reason we have Edmodo is so that you can gather your own evidence, your own proof, and you can review your scores, your comments, and your assignments through Edmodo, and it's permanent, so you can, well, basically you have the scores and you have the evidence of how well you've been doing, and you can review it at any time. If you do send me a message, send me Edmodo is faster, but please remember, actually I only have 2 Action English, but put down your number, either your Action English 11 or 12, okay? Just put AE11 or AE12 when you message me, so I can reach for the correct binder and find your name much quicker. Okay, that's very helpful. Thank you. Alright. just a minute. I'm going to make this a bit easier to look at. Okay guys, so you should all be on page 17. The title is Who's That? And if you take a look at our learning goals, we will be, I think I mentioned this earlier, describing personality, appearance, talking about skills and abilities, and reading about a family business. And here we have a nice little picture of people in the street. Read the title and the learning goals. Look at the photo of the street. What do you see? So you can write down, there's not a lot of room here, but you can write down your own answers in your notebook. As I've mentioned many times before, small notebook or notepad with the page number and the exercise number, or just stick a post-it on the same page when you take a picture. That also works. What do you see? Now read Yuki's message. Where is she? Is she happy? Okay, so let me just put it over here. There's Yuki. We met her in Unit 1. Can't believe I'm in New York City with so many new friends. I love it here. Now, you might have remembered from last unit, she is actually from the Tokyo office. So she's obviously been traveling. Is she happy? You can write down your own answer. Everyone's going to have a different thought, but I'm sure it'll be the same. Okay. Now let's focus on lesson 1. Lesson 1 is describing someone's personality. Okay. So we have some vocabulary that we can review about family and personality. So you can listen and then repeat. The first person that starts talking here is Jenny. This is her family. Okay.
Listen. Mother. Father. Mother-in-law. Father-in-law. Sister-in-law. Brother. Wife. Husband. Brother-in-law. Grandmother. Grandfather. Grandparents. Granddaughter. Grandson. Grandchildren.
Now listen and repeat.
Well, we don't have to do that because you can just rewind it. But you can see through this family, she's got a fairly large family. Okay, Jenny, you can find her here in the family tree. This is called a tree, family tree. Jenny has a brother and a sister-in-law. She also has her husband, and she has a brother-in-law. Now, in-laws mean that you have married into their family. Okay, there is a marriage that makes them closer to your own bubble of people. She has a natural mother and father whose children are boy and girl, so that makes Brad her brother. And Brad has married Ella, which makes Jenny sisters-in-law with Ella. Jenny has also married Daniel, that's her husband, and Daniel's parents are her in-laws, her in-law parents, okay? So Al and Rita are her mother and father-in-law. And Paul is Daniel's natural brother. That makes him her brother-in-law. Okay. We're going to talk about grandparents later. Okay. But you can see Marianne and John are grandmother and grandfather, or grandparents, to Lily and Miles. Now, who are Lily and Miles? They're grandchildren. So obviously, if this is her family, she's probably has her two own children, Lily and Miles, with Brad. Another thing we can talk about is adjectives that describe personality. Okay, not just family relationships, but we can talk about different ways to describe people and their personality, not their appearance, but what kind of people they are when you talk to them, not when you look at them. So we'll go through this quickly.
Listen.
Outgoing. Shy. Funny. Serious. Mean. Kind.
Now listen and repeat.
So outgoing is basically the opposite of shy. Okay, a shy person doesn't necessarily want to spend a lot of time making new friends or talking to people for a number of reasons. Whatever the reason is, maybe they're naturally introverted. Okay, outgoing is extroverted, where these people actually are better at meeting and talking to people, new people or old friends. They prefer to spend time socializing. Shy people very often will spend more time by themselves. Funny, not fun, but funny is comedic. Serious is the opposite of funny, very often, anyway. Serious, just maybe less humorful, more, what do you call it? I would say business-oriented. Mean and kind, also opposites. Okay, you can see this woman is helping an older person across the street, and maybe these girls are bullying another friend at a sleepover or something, saying something mean about her. Mean is not very nice. Kind is very nice. So you can talk about people in your family. Is anyone in your family shy? All right. Maybe write down your own answers. Questions with who and what. This should be a very simple review for most of you. When you're looking at questions using the word who, okay, who is that? That is my cousin. Who is she? She is my cousin. Who are they? They are my cousins. Okay. We can very often use contractions. Okay. Who is? We would say whose. Or that is. We'd say that's. She is. We'd say she's. Contractions. Remember, two words joined to one, because English is lazy and we want to speak quickly. We can also use what is he like when we're asking about their personality or even their appearance. He seems, or he looks, or he is nice. They seem, or they look, or they are serious. Okay, there's extra practice here on page 128. You can go there now, or you can wait until we've finished this unit and try it yourself. That will be part of our homework. Okay. The next page, oops, let's go back. That's what we want. We go through a pronunciation exercise. going to put on the sound coach for this one, so you don't have to. I'll try to put it in full screen for you. Just a moment.
The vowel sound, Listen to these words with the sound, Us. Funny. Love. Country. To say the sound, open your mouth a little. Watch. Let your tongue rest in the middle of your mouth. Is a short, relaxed sound. But make the sound short. Notice the different vowel sounds in mother and father. Listen. Mother. Father. The mouth is very open for the sound in father. Watch. Father. The mouth is open just a little for the sound in mother. Watch. Mother. Listen again to the two different vowel sounds. Mother. Father. The sound has a few different spellings. The letter U is the most common spelling for the sound Listen. Us. Funny. Sunday. The letter O is also a common spelling for the sound Listen. Done. Love. Monday. Notice that the words sun, S-U-N, and son, S-O-N, sound exactly the same. Sun. Sunday and Monday also have the same vowel sound. Sunday. Monday. Be careful though, the letter O does not always spell the sound The letter O usually spells the sound as in hot, or O as in cold, not as in sun. The sound is usually spelled with the letter U or O, but the sound is also spelled OU in some words. Listen. Country. Cousin. Young. The sound is even spelled with the letter A in a few words. Listen. What? Wasn't. Let's take a look at these spellings one more time. Listen to these phrases with the vowel sound and notice the spellings. Sunday and Monday. Once a month. Enough money. Their young son. My other uncle. Her mother and brother. Now listen and repeat. Click on pause after each phrase. Sunday and Monday. Once a month. Enough money. Their young son. My other uncle. Her mother and brother.
just going to have to hope that worked, recorded correctly for you. Anyway, if that didn't work, we'll go through with Coach again in Zoom. Let's take a look at the listening here. Listen to the vowel sound in these words and listen and repeat.
Listen.
Funny.
Funny.
husband,
Husband.
Lunch.
Lunch.
love,
Love. Okay, you hear that sound. Circle the family words that have the sound and listen and repeat the words.
Listen. 1,
mother,
2,
Father.
3,
daughter-in-law,
4,
Son.
5,
brother,
6,
Aunt.
7,
uncle,
8.
Cousin.
Okay. So you should have been able to make a processed decision on which these family words have the correct sound and circled. Okay, this is a partner. We don't have to do that. Conversation. We can do this together. Listen or watch. We're going to watch and complete these sentences. Okay, Laura and her husband look Emma's grandparents are etc. Put this up.
Busy weekend?
Sorry. Yes, but it was great. I went to my cousin's wedding yesterday.
Oh yeah? How was it?
It was fun. Do you want to see some pictures?
Yes, please. I love pictures.
So, this is my cousin Laura. She's the bride. And this is her new husband.
Oh, they look so happy.
I know. It was a great day for them.
I bet. And who are they?
They're my grandparents.
They look kind.
They are. Oh, here's a good shot of everyone. That's my brother.
Oh, really? What's he like?
He's really outgoing. He's a lawyer.
Oh, wow. And what about that guy? Who's that?
That's my brother-in-law.
He looks serious.
Really? Well, he isn't serious at all. He's funny. Look at this photo of him.
You're right. He is funny.
Okay. Alright, so you can watch that more than once if you'd like to finish these questions. They do mention, for instance, about conversation skills. If you want to show interest, you can use different words in your conversation that basically show that you're listening and you're interested in what you're talking about, and that you're interested in continuing the conversation. Things like really, 진짜, okay, show that you're listening and observing what their comments and answers are. Wow, is that right? Okay, there's a lot more than this. but it's one of those small talk um, helpful hints, you know, is to show that you're engaged in a conversation by using some interest words. Okay. We're going to listen to the following conversation to complete our notes on this page. Let's have a look.
Who's that?
That's my brother.
He looks serious.
I think we've
Really?
heard this already.
Well, he isn't serious at all. He's funny.
Okay. So we can complete that very quickly. We've already watched the video. You might want to make a new conversation thinking of your own family. Okay. If you could, include one photo of your family or your friends, and think about how you would describe them. Okay, that might be a really interesting way to practice some of the words we've just used. Okay, how would you describe the people in your photo? There might be family or friends or someone close to you. So you can include that, just upload the same photo that you're thinking of, or yeah, just send one photo with the assignment, okay? And then a small note on how would you describe them, okay? What are they like? Let's go to the next page. Okay, describing someone's appearance. This is a little bit different. We can use a few different words here because we're not talking about personality, we're talking about appearance. But we have to be careful in this unit not to misuse the wrong language, because most people are a little bit self-conscious about their appearance. So we have to be careful which words we use. I guess might be including words that are politically correct, okay? But let's just start with where we're at right now. We're going to listen and repeat. Okay, some of these words.
Listen.
Tall. Thin. Short. Average weight. Average height. Heavy. Long hair. Blonde hair. Blue eyes. Straight hair. Black hair. Curly hair. Brown hair. Brown eyes. Gray hair. Short hair. Green eyes.
Now listen and repeat.
Well, we don't do that
Tall.
because we just listened. Look at the example chart for weight words. Weight. How much do you weigh? How heavy are you? Or how is your weight? Make charts for hair color, hair type, height, and eyes on a piece of paper. So we're basically looking at, well, it's kind of like a small bubble diagram, I suppose, of what we can do for the generalized area of speaking about weight. Okay, so already we have some examples. This lady is thin. She's not overweight at all. This gentleman is average weight in McDonald's, I guess. And this gentleman is a little bit heavy. Okay. Other words that you might hear medical terms such as obese. Okay, means overweight. I think the most polite way to describe someone who's overweight would be heavy, right? But a doctor might use the word obese, meaning that it's unhealthy weight because they have too many extra pounds. And thin, if they're extremely thin, a doctor might say something like anorexic because they're not eating enough. It's dangerous. And someone who eats too much would be obese. Okay, anyway, there's different descriptive words that you can use, but you don't have to be a doctor about it. If you're just making conversation, these are fairly innocuous, okay, not non-offensive words to use, as well as some of these others. They don't spend a lot of time talking about race, which is good because it's something that you have to be careful about when you're talking about someone with curly hair, okay, not kinky hair. If someone is African American, you don't want to talk about extremely dark skin in any bad way. It might be offensive to talk about skin color, but you can describe them in other ways. Right? How tall is he? He is average height. How old is he? He is 5 years old. What does she look like? She is tall and heavy. Her hair is long and straight. Her eyes are blue. She has green eyes. Okay, for the plural, you want to think about if it is count or non-count, and which articles are plural. Okay, practice on page 129. There's a few more examples. Now we have a podcast coming up here. It says listen to the podcast about the TV show Star Power. Circle the correct answer. Okay, do they sing, do they act, or do they tell stories? Okay, and remember it's a podcast, so we're listening. So when you listen, imagine the things that you hear. Think about what the people look like and where they are. Make a picture in your head. Imagining this picture can help you understand what the people say. So we're going to listen to, and whoop, they kind of give it away here. Write each singer's name as we listen as well.
Hey, everybody.
Just a moment.
Everybody, this is Gracie Lee.
And this is Amy Moan.
Today, we're going to talk about Star Power, the show that brings new singers to the attention of the world.
So, we know that Star Power is the best talent show on television.
And last night was the first show of the new season, and it was just great. The singer stories are amazing, and the music is so cool. It's really exciting.
I completely agree. You never know what kind of singers you'll hear, and they perform all different kinds of music.
Okay, so Amy, what did you think? Who were your favorite singers?
My favorite was Marcy.
Marcy? Which one is Marcy? What does she look like?
She's tall. She sang an Adele song.
That's right. She has long red hair and green eyes.
She did a fantastic job, and she's only 16.
Oh my gosh, Marcy, that's right. Marcy was fantastic. Then there was Kate. Kate is short, and she has beautiful long curly hair.
And dark brown eyes. She's one of the older contestants. She's 45.
She did a Whitney Houston song, right?
Right. She did a fabulous job. It's such a hard song to sing well.
And don't forget the men. Richard was my favorite male performer.
Richard? The heavy guy with the beard?
Yes. He did an old Al Green song. So good.
Right. I remember. And he has 2 little girls. So adorable. They both have short blonde hair and big blue eyes.
Was Richard your favorite guy?
No. Actually, I loved Edgar. He did a Bruno Mars song.
Edgar? Does he have short black hair? And he's about 30?
Yes. He's really talented. He's a great singer, but he's a great dancer, too. He can definitely win the whole contest.
Well, we need to take a commercial break now. When we come back, we'll take some calls.
All right. So we have enough information. You can probably look at these pictures and find the answers, who they are, what's their name. Part C is talk about your favorite TV show. Okay. What do the characters look like? Maybe it's a movie, maybe it's a show. Okay. What's their average weight or whatever, or maybe they're very thin, and talk about their appearance in other ways. And then you can try it again here. Choose 4 people and describe them. Okay. We might be able to do this together with our Zoom groups just for dialogue practice. So don't skip anything. Next page. Lesson 3 talks about skills and abilities. Okay, and I'm going to focus first on some vocabulary. Alright. Let's listen and repeat.
Listen.
Play the piano. Sing. Dance. Draw. Paint. Play the violin. Speak French. Ride a horse. Ride a motorcycle. Play the guitar.
Now listen and repeat.
Do that. But which words go with these words? So we're given a verb. What can you play? You can play soccer. Usually team sports we can play, like baseball is a team, soccer is a team sport. But we can also play tennis, okay, even with, I guess you're playing with at least one more person. But you can also play instruments, like the piano and the violin. Okay, what can you ride? Can you think of a few things? And what can you speak? There's a few more languages here. Arabic, Chinese, Hindi, Japanese, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish. Perhaps you recognize these countries. Spanish, for instance, is Spain. But there's also a lot of people that speak Spanish around the world in different countries. For instance, Mexico. Russian, Russia, that's easy. Portuguese is Portugal. You probably know Japanese, but who speaks Hindi? If you're not sure, you can look it up very quickly. But there is a few different countries. Chinese, you can find in China. Arabic is also a large portion of the world can speak Arabic from different countries. The grammar is using can because we can talk about abilities, skills and abilities. Okay, I can, I can't, I can sing, she can't dance. Can you draw? Here's a question, yes or no. And short answers might include yes, I can, or no, they can't. There's more practice on page 130. Okay, lesson 4 is reading. Oh, sorry, we have missed a page. Let me go back for a second. Let me get over here. Pronunciation first. We're going to watch a quick video to go over can and can't. Set it up. Make sure this is full screen.
Can and can't. I can sing. I can't dance. Listen again. Notice the difference between can and can't in a sentence. I can sing. I can't dance. When we say the word can by itself, we pronounce it can. Can. But when we say can in a sentence, the pronunciation usually changes. Listen. I can sing. Notice the stress. The word can is unstressed. The main verb after it is stressed. I can sing. I can play the piano. When can is unstressed, the vowel is reduced to the short, weak vowel, Can. I can sing. I can play the piano. Can is also usually unstressed in questions. Can you speak Japanese? How many languages can you speak? Now listen to the short answer in this conversation. Can you speak Japanese?
Yes, I can.
At the end of a sentence, can is stressed. Can you speak Japanese?
Yes, I can.
The negative word can't is always stressed. The negative information is important. I can't swim. Can't always has a strong, clear vowel sound. The vowel sound does not change when we use can't in a sentence. I can't swim. I really can't. Listen again to the difference between can and can't in a sentence. She can speak Chinese. She can't speak Korean. When you look at the spelling, the difference between can and can't is the T at the end. But when we say the word can't, we often don't say a clear T sound at the end. I can't understand. I can't speak Arabic. Sorry, I can't help you. Stress and the sound of the vowel help us hear the difference between can and can't. Can is usually unstressed and has the short, weak vowel when it comes before a verb. Can't is always stressed and has a clear vowel sound. Listen to the difference between can and can't in these sentences. I can play the piano. I can't sing at all. He can speak Arabic, but he can't read it. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Can you say that again? Now listen and repeat. Click on pause after each sentence. I can play the piano. I can't sing at all. He can speak Arabic, but he can't read it. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Can you say that again?
Okay. That is... All right. So, we can listen to this and notice the pronunciation.
Listen.
I can dance. I can't sing.
Can you play the piano?
Yes, I can. Can you play the violin?
No, I can't.
Okay. So notice the can't is always stressed. Okay, can't. You always want to make sure that T is loud enough so people understand you. Can is usually less stressed, but can't. I can't do that today. I have too much work. Circle the words that you hear, can or can't. Okay?
Listen. 1,
I can't speak Japanese.
2,
He can play the guitar.
3,
She can ride a horse.
4,
I can't draw.
5,
He can't ride a motorcycle.
6,
She can sing, but I can't.
Now listen and repeat.
I can't speak Japanese.
Okay, we don't have to listen again, but you can listen again if you'd like to, as many times as you'd like. Alright, partner work we don't need, but conversation, we're going to listen and watch. Alright, and circle the correct answers, and also complete the conversation. You might need to listen more than once. Let me just get this going here. Just a moment. This full screen. Here we go.
Oh, hi Yuki.
What are you listening to?
This? It's my brother, Rodrigo. He's a musician. Do you want to listen?
Thanks. That's great. Your brother is really good. I love this.
Me too. Rodrigo can really play the guitar. How about you? Can you play an instrument?
Well, I can't play the guitar, but I can play the violin.
Are you any good?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. What about you? Can you play anything?
No, I can't. But I can sing.
Really? Can you sing something for me now?
Sure. You mean the world to me. You're everything I need. I love you.
Okay. Not the best singer in my opinion, but that's okay. Can't say anything better for myself. Alright, listen and repeat. Make new conversations. Okay. And then try it yourself. You might think of your own abilities and names. Actually, you know what? Talk about your own skills and abilities for me. What can and can't you do for skills and abilities? Again, just a quick post-it or something that shows that you can answer that. We might practice that in our Zoom class as well. There's a couple activities that we'll probably try to find time for in our Zoom class, okay? So try to finish every page here as much as you can. Lesson 4 is reading. So we don't have to spend a lot of time talking about this right now because it's a reading exercise. But we will go through this part. Okay. What makes a movie exciting? Name a movie with a lot of action. For example, car accidents or fights, action scenes. What do you like or dislike about it? Okay, so there's an easy question, and I'm sure I'm going to hear a lot about the Avengers or something like that, Infinity War. There's also, or Train to Busan. Some vocabulary here. Listen and repeat.
Listen. 1,
Exploding.
2,
Generation.
3,
Bones.
4,
Create.
5,
Instead.
6,
Result in.
Now
Okay, so they actually give you some definitions here, which you can look at closely if you'd like. It says to preview the reading, what do you think a stunt is? Okay, write down your own idea of what a stunt is. And we're going to, actually, I'm not going to press play here. I want you to read the article about the Epper family. Okay. And then we're going to check your understanding of the article. What is the title? Okay, the main heading. And what are the subtitles? Okay, the smaller headings of each paragraph. Which words are repeated in the article? What is the topic? Okay, what is the main idea of the article? Choose correct answers. And then focus on language. Over and over, what does it mean? You can use, retell the most important ideas of the article in your own words. Make sentences of the topic, the main ideas, or whatever you think is most important to talk about. Okay, show me your comprehension. You can make it personal by thinking of famous family members who work in the same area. What jobs do they have? What do you know about their personalities? What do you know about their appearance? What do you know about their skills? Describe each person in the family. So, boy, I hope nobody chooses Trump because I've had enough news about Trump for 4 years. You can probably think of a lot of different families that are famous. Okay, the Kardashians, or maybe some Korean families I'm not sure about, but you can definitely describe them in your own terms. Tell your partner about your famous family. Don't worry about that. Okay? We'll talk about that later in class. Okay, the lesson 5, I'm going to make this really short. Okay? We're just going to do page 26. I don't need you to do the full article, okay? But we can read this poster and Yuki's message. Here's her message. TSW has this great program where employees help students to get ready for work, or ready to work. I hope I can do it. What does Yuki want to do? Alright, so I'm going to let you read through her, both the poster and her response, her application I should say, and take notes in the chart here. What does Yuki write about social media managers And what does Yuki write about herself? Okay, so the occupation, the job, social media manager, and what does she say about herself? This is a good practice for if you'd like to apply for something in English. What is a good mentor like? Write 3 to 5 things, okay? The next page is a writing assignment, but we are not going to focus on that today. But you are definitely welcome to finish this page. Alright, but I'm not going to ask you to finish this page as homework. I'm going to ask you you can skip this if you'd like. If you want to finish it for the practice and to improve your English, your writing skills, certainly can include that with your assignment. And in case of a tie, I will give prominent interest to those students who have done the most work. Okay, so you can go through this page, but I won't be able to check your writing on a personal level. Put it together is a media project. We don't need to do that, but you can certainly reflect on what you've learned this unit. Okay, and then that's the end of the unit, so we can stop there. Again, the media project not needed. But if you'd like to finish the writing on page 27, in case of a tie, if you have the same percentile as another student at the end of the year, I will review who has done the most work. And if you've done some extra work besides what I've assigned, then I'm going to use that as the tiebreaker. Okay? Tiebreaker. I think that's the highest score. But it's rare, but it's definitely for those of you who have time and would like to improve your writing skills. Go ahead and try it out for yourself. Alright. I think that's it for today. I believe so anyway. What we have to think about in the coming weeks is to basically have all your assignments early, on time, means early. Get your assignment in early. If you've lost any points so far, you don't want to lose any more. Make sure you're also early for Zoom class so that you don't lose any points if you miss roll call. Okay, I'm going to be less and less forgiving as the weeks go by, because I think we've had enough time to get used to the process and understand everything, how it works in class, and hopefully this is our last semester online. Okay guys, and I'm not sure, you might not feel like the classroom itself is easier or harder. Some people prefer the online content, others prefer the classroom for various reasons, but it's going to go back eventually to the classroom and all of that entails, okay, which is something that you can look forward to, or you can try to, you know, change your habits so that classroom might be easier in the future. But it's something to think about, certainly. This term, though, we should all be very focused on what I've already explained, so that you can more easily submit on time, get your grades finished, and all of your proof is in the pudding. Okay, so that means try to supply as much evidence as possible with all of your assignments, and we're going to try hard to get everyone a good score. Okay, if you are having problems, you can always reach out. I will help you, but please remind yourself to get everything done as early as possible so that there's no difficulty with reviewing. Okay, I think that's it. I will set up the assignment and post that as soon as I can. It's Monday, we're still offline, so this might take a while, but we'll see what time I can post this video and its assignment. If it's going to take a lot longer, I will change your assignment due date appropriately, okay, so that you have extra time. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Take care, and I'll see you at our next Zoom. Bye for now.